So I'm out in a little park in Colorado, just outside of Denver, in a place called Parker, and it's kind of a prairie park out here. I'm with my daughter Shelby and my new granddaughter Zoe.
Hello.
Where's the baby?
She's trying to see.
Hello. Having a good time, but I'm looking at the trees out here, and I hate to say it, but there's a lot of trees I don't recognize, and these are trees that are more suited to this environment because they get snow, they get cold, they get high winds, and the trees that I'm used to are more of a Mediterranean environment tree. I mean, I can recognize a lot of these trees and say I know that that is some sort of an oak, or that is definitely some sort of a pine, or that's, you know, there's a lot of them that I recognize, you know, all the cottonwoods and all the more common trees. But a lot of the cultivars that have been developed for this area, because I don't work with them, they just don't sink into me. And I'm sure that's the way it is for all you guys. You know, some of you guys that work in, you know, parts of the world like Australia. If I went to Australia, I'd be able to say, yeah, that's some sort of eucalyptus, but there are over 500 different species, different varieties of eucalyptus that I've been told about. And where I live, we've probably got 10 or 15 different varieties. So it's interesting to visit new areas.
This is a big, beautiful old cottonwood tree.
So my daughter asked me how old this cottonwood tree is. I don't know. We don't have cottonwood trees, very many of them anyway. In some of the creeks in my area have them, but it's not a tree that I work on. So I don't have a whole lot of experience with counting the rings, but this is a pretty significant old tree. On this old cut-off wound, and I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. And this area right here is about 70, 80 years of growth. So how big is the trunk of this tree? It's about 5 foot across. I guess this tree to be a couple hundred years old. Big old cavity up here too. So a squirrel come running out of there. How deep is it? I can't see. Maybe you'll see it on the video. Discoloration in through here. That's going to lead to that whole section falling off. Oh, look at that. It's got a big crack up there. Some decay from an old wound. It's not too heavy. I'd be sad if this thing broke off though. Yeah. And there's a squirrel up there.
I came across a tree that I'm not familiar with at all. I can't say I've ever seen one quite like this. Looking at the leaves, I'm thinking this must be some sort of an oak. But do you guys know what this is?
Oh, it's got a name there. It's a Regal Prince Hybrid Oak. Quercus ruber fastigata, ex bicolor long, Regal Prince. Never even heard of that tree. I've never seen one where I work. I wonder what they look like when they get huge. Do they still follow that kind of a form? I'm not sure I like it. It looks unnatural. But you know, as a replacement for something like, say, an Italian cypress or a row of trees for screenage, it might work. However, I can see the leaves are getting ready to fall off. So it is deciduous, but as thick as it is, it would still offer screenage. Huh. Any of you guys out here got any experience with this tree? Have you seen some really big ones? Or is this a relatively new hybrid that we're only seeing maybe 15, 20 years old? Definitely some kind of an oak. But not something that I see in my area. From a distance I would say scarlet oak, but The leaves are different than the scarlet oaks that I know.
So this tree with some outstanding fall color. Had to look it up. It's a northern red oak. So I asked Google, I said, how many different varieties of tree are in the world? And the answer was between 60,000 and 100,000. I gotta say, that's quite a range. How come we don't know?